I know now that growing into my maturity would have not been the same if we hadn't crossed the path of trial and error in our journeys together. I know now that every experience that was shared between us would just be a diary of monolinguistic definitions of verbalist communication if we denied ourselves the satisfaction of simply picking up the phone and saying, "Hey, yeah, can we talk?" Learn that God is a God of relationships. So for each insignificant argument that we may have engaged ourselves in, He's allowed us the availability in our heart to fill it around with the rewards of an unselfish amnesty, a reprieve. Yes, I've learned that fleshly foolishness shames the fool that falls into the trap of not knowing that putting one another before ourselves in almost every situation is a continual sacrifice to God. Yeah. When who you are against is a validation of who you are, it pours senseless hurt into the heart of our Creator. It obstructs the social intercourse with the brain in which He equips us with in order to recompense us with His abiding favor. It takes away the righteous place in which He shelters us. Yes, I've learned that we can agree to disagree and still blink at the comforts of conversation without any stain of resentment all over our heart. And even when we get on those last nerves that we don't have left to give to each other. And come on, we know we've all been there. I know now that I can still look you straight in the eye, tell you how important you are to me, and mean it. In those times when the hurt that we shelled out to each other overpowers the joys. When our conversation has shifted from humility to animosity. When everything that we have been to each other seems to be attached to a tinge of meaningless nothings. When those feelings are like offbeat rhythmic patterns just tapping at the depths of our soul, and we are drained. We are drained of everything that has kept us in this friendship cycle. I know now that the first words that will come out of my mouth are thank you. It is because of those reasons that I have learned the true meaning of compromise. The second words that will come out of my mouth are forgive me. And not necessarily because I'm wrong and you're right or vice versa, but simply because forgiveness is a spiritual discipleship. And if I have the audacity to ask the God that I serve to forgive me of my debts, then I must also forgive my debtors. You see, I want to look at you with my own eyes because my vision is not perfect. Instead, I will ask God if I can borrow His lenses so I can see you as one of His own. And after all of the transitions of life has occurred, I know now that we can't go back. This is how we got to this point in our lives in the first place. And the whole process has made me a better person. So the last words that'll come out of my mouth are, I love you. I love you. See, I can't control you, but I can control me. And as long as I have God at my center, anything that we can be, will be, or have been to each other will be justified. And I'll continue to love you because love is the hope that binds us together. And the truth of the matter is, I can't see me moving forward in this life without you. Thank you for who you are.